Let's talk about joy today, and let's invite more joy into all levels of our being, starting with the body, with just a joyful breath. A breath that highlights the fact that you are breathing, that you are alive. The breath, the spirit lives in you, so breathe in that joy, even if it's a little bit, even if it's a little bit of joy or there's still tightness in your body. Breathe joy into it. Bring some lightheartedness to it. Even if the morning, just bring some joy to it. And not only to the body, but also to the spirit. And also to your surroundings, wherever you may find yourself. Extend this joy to your surroundings. Joy can be so easy. It is actually our natural state. And you see this in children. They're naturally joyful. And of course, they have their ups and downs, but their baseline is usually, if they've been raised well, just joy. And that can look in all kinds of ways. It can look peaceful, it can look very exciting, very expressive, but joy can also be like deeply just joy, just peace. Peace is also a joy. And just by even thinking about joy, by even thinking about bliss is also a favorite word of mine, which is like also points to like a sincere state of joy, just pure joy. And were you aware that you could actually choose to be joyful? That you could choose bliss? You do not have to wait for external circumstances. Yeah, once I have this, then I'll feel joy. Once I have that, then I'll feel bliss. You got it all the way around. Life is waiting for you. Life, the universe is a mirror. And it's waiting for your cue. So when you give it the cue, joy, bliss, even if it's not directly bam bam, Buddha bam, fireworks, all of that, you will notice that when you actually holistically choose, not out of a resistance or an avoidance of something else, but just out of the purity of your heart, you choose to bring joy to your body, to your surroundings, to your spirit, to your reason why you're here on earth. Even if you might not know what that is, you can just be like, I know I'm here with a mission. I know I'm here for a reason. And just that energetically, you can already enjoy, even if you don't know exactly what that is. It's about that feeling of being on a mission, playing a game, having fun. And the more that you call upon that, the more naturally evident it will become what actually is your purpose, what actually is your calling. Cater to every moment unique. It could be just to spread joy, to spread higher frequencies, purer frequencies, to breathe life into this collective field, which is very dense and very serious and very convinced that life is not magnificent. And that is just plainly not true. So, let's bring joy. Let's choose joy. And let's do that consistently. Just remind ourselves that we have a choice. That we can bring joy to this very moment. And you do not have to wait for any external circumstance. You don't have to wait for life. What are you waiting for until you have finally that thing that you've always desired? Just choose to be happy now. Who cares about money, partner, any of these things? The truly rich spirit is rich in his attitude. That no matter what he has, he is grateful because he has existence. And just by the sheer fact of existing, you have infinite possibilities. So even if you had nothing, it would be completely bare bone, naked, nothing. You would still have your existence and your infinite possibility and your ability to choose, your attitude, It's so important to choose your attitude. We consistently forget that. Even me on a daily basis forget that we actually can bring our attitude to life. We can choose, we can decide what this substance, what it's gonna turn into. We as the creator, we as awareness, we as that I am nature, the me that is prior to any of these vibrations and experiences, can dictate the vibration. We can mold and shape it. But if we do not consciously take on that responsibility, then our experience will be dictated by what we picked up from society, unconscious patterns. And that's why it's so important to pick, to sort of shake ourselves awake and be like, hey, you have a choice. And to channel that choice in a holistic way, having faith and trust that whatever you choose consistently will. It's like dropping every time a pond or a stone in a pond. You have those ripples and they go outward. And maybe the first stone that you throw is not that, it's a little bit, because a little bit of an effect in your reality. I'm just slowing down a little bit. So the first stone that you put in, your first choice, might not be that powerful. Okay, let me choose joy. I kind of noticed it, I'm not entirely sure. And then the temptation is, let me just go do something else. But what if you stick with it? What if just for 1 minute right now, after this video ends, you just sit with yourself, you just stop everything and you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna choose joy. Let me just choose joy. And then the first ripple might not be that big, but the more that you choose it, the more that you stay focused, you bring your will to it, and you'll have faith and trust that the desired outcome is possible. You just keep choosing it, you keep choosing it, and you build more conviction because you get an instant reflection back if you actually do it with sincerity. That it works. You are the creator. You have a brush in your hand. You're continuously painting your reality. No one is to blame for your reality but you. You are responsible for your reality. You can completely transform this entire dreamscape if you would, but just remember that you are the creator, and you would consciously take on, in a sense, that creator seed again, and you would consciously choose to create your experience, no longer blaming external circumstances. Yes, you have picked up a lot of beliefs from society which are not your fault, but we can complain about them, or we can make a difference. We can actually choose to change them instead of pointing fingers at society or other people who did you wrong. You are still at the root of that creation. There's nothing outside of you to blame. And this is great news. It means that it's all in our hands, in our own choice. So choose, would be my wholehearted recommendation. Choose what you want your life to be about. Choose what according to you creation is like, because whatever you will choose, and this is a law, that it will be. If you choose that life is unfair and life is not on your side and it's so tiring and this and that, you will have that experience. It's just a plain law. So why not choose something that truly, wholly aligns with your heart, that is like holy to you? This being the X within IMX, it's your purest, truest choice in each moment. It's your lifeline to God, to Source, to the Creator, to your true self. And then the game becomes just choosing your X in every moment, choosing your highest, purest, sincerest, most transparent attitude. And this is fun. This will be challenging because old beliefs will come and test you in a sense. Like, are you sure that you no longer want to unconsciously operate from our ideas of what reality is like, and you would like to take responsibility now for your creation? A responsibility is something light, is something joyful. So choose right now if you wish. Because whatever your choice is, it will be honored. It will be reflected back to you. So choose. If you wish, you can do the little exercise I recommended earlier of choosing joy, or just choosing whatever you feel resonant with right now, maybe peace or freedom or anything along these lines, and just for 1 minute or however long it feels in resonance, just practice choosing, not rushing, not forcing, but knowing you have a choice and just choosing that for like 1 minute straight. And notice how your reality will revolve and transform around your choice, around your intent. I am X, my friend. I am X. Existence, free will, you could even say nothingness. You are nothing with a choice to be anything you want. So use that. Use your own I am X nature, your creational nature, and choose only that which is in integrity, in alignment, in resonance with what you want to see manifest. Do not entertain anything in your mind that is not in resonance with what you want to bring into creation. Your responsibility, your duty, your honor. Take this on lightly and have the greatest fun ever. Enjoy your game, my friend. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.